question for you watching this video today. Now, what would you do if your spouse that you've been with in a relationship or in a marriage for years cheats on you? What would you do? Now, this is a person that you've been with for years, and through all these years, you never expected, actually, you'd never imagined that they could ever in their life cheat on you. You were there for them when they had one pair of shoes. You were there for them when they didn't have a job. You were there for her when probably her first boyfriend or her first husband abandoned her with probably a child or a pregnancy. You were there for each other. You were there for each other when you hardly had what to eat. You were there for each other when you hardly had money to even pay your rent. And then life changes, God blesses you, you move on with your life, and suddenly, boom, this person cheats on you. What would you do to them? Would you divorce them? Would you pack your things and go? I mean, carry your kids and go along with them? Would you go to court? Would you call for what? Call your parents? Have a village meeting? What would you do? Now, guys, the topic of discussion today is reason why divorce isn't a best solution in such a situation. Now, I know you're probably watching and you're like, Pam, you just don't know how it feels like when someone betrays you after you've been together for all these years. Now, my friend, chill, because I exactly know the feel. I know the pain. I know the 100 questions that you have in your head and you're like, really? I mean, did this person really do this to me? Yes. This person or that person did that to you. Well, my name is Palm Oil, aka GCP, and I do topics related with love, sex, and relationships. I'm based down here in Kampala, Uganda, and I'm a very proud Black African YouTuber. Now, in case you are watching this video and probably you're in the same situation or you know of someone that probably might need this kind of advice, how about you sit relaxed, because I am going to be right back with more juice onto this topic. Keep it locked and don't you dare move an inch. Love you. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and thank you for keeping it with me up to this far. Now, in case you are new to my channel, probably you're seeing this pretty face for the very first time, you are most welcome and you're free to make this your home. Now, all you need to do is subscribe onto this channel and also don't forget to tap on that bell notification such that each time that I post a video here, actually you will be among the very first person to be notified just like that. Yes, so that you don't get to miss any of my interesting topics. Okay, thank you for that. Now, back to the topic of the day. Like I said, today we are looking at some of the 3 major reasons why walking out of your marriage or your relationship or having a divorce just because your spouse cheated is never a solution in this situation. Now, first and foremost, as you age, as you grow in life, your priorities, by the way, change. Yes. When you're at the age of 20, 25, your priorities are different. Of course, it's clubbing, it's looking good, it's dating these hot guys. But once you clock 30, 35, 40, then your priorities change. Actually, your priorities will be major 3 things. Number 1, your time. Number 2, your family, which is your children. And lastly, number 3, your happiness. 3 things. So like I said, today we are going to look at some of the 3 major reasons why walking out of your marriage just because your spouse cheated on you is never a solution. Now, before we even get to that, I want to let you know that just because your spouse cheats does not mean that they don't love you. It doesn't mean that they stopped caring for you. It doesn't mean that they no longer value you. It doesn't mean that they actually love the other person more than you. No. Now, your spouse having sex with another person can be because of very many reasons. Now, that will be for another day. I'm not going to get into that right now. But all you need to know is that sex is just the mind. Yes. So if your spouse had it with someone else, it was just a flake, okay? It just happened that probably they admired this person, maybe because they have a big ass, because probably your guy looks good, or because he has the money, so this girl gets attracted to him. I mean, etc., etc. So what I'm trying to make you guys understand is, just because your spouse has sex or cheats on you doesn't mean that they stopped caring or they stopped loving you. Doesn't necessitate that. Okay. Now, point number one, why you shouldn't walk out of that marriage or that relationship just because they cheated, is because of time. Yes. Now, I'm imagining that the person that I'm talking to is about 35, 40, 45 and above. So, yes, that means you've been in this marriage or you've been in this relationship for years. You've invested in your time, you've invested in your youth, you've invested in your efforts, you've invested in your advisors, you've even had kids in this marriage, so you have literally invested in a lot. Now tell me, are you sure that you are willing to walk out of this relationship, out of this marriage, just because this person cheated? I mean, you're willing to forget everything that you've invested in for years, just because of a stupid act that lasted for, who knows, 1 hour, 30 minutes? I mean, you're willing to walk out of your marriage? I mean, are you for real? Think twice, my dear. Think twice before you walk out of that marriage just because they cheated on you. I mean, why are you willing to go and start another relationship? Now, fine, this guy cheated on you after 10 years. Now, tell me, what assurance do you have that the other person you're going to get into a relationship next will not cheat on you within 2 months? What assurance do you have? You know, they say better the devil you know, yeah, than the angel you do not know. So, my dear, never rush into conclusion. Never rush into thinking of a divorce. It's not worth it. I mean, think of the changes that you're going to experience, first of all, as a human being. For instance, the circle of friends. It's possible that you guys share the friends that you have. It's possible that the kind of businesses that you have a connection. Think of the wealth that you guys have made together as a family. I mean, you are willing to throw all that away or have it split into two just because your partner cheated on you? No. Come on. It is not worth it. So that is my point number one. Point number two, why you shouldn't walk out of that marriage just because your spouse cheated on you, is because of your children. Yes, your children. Now, remember when I was starting, I told you that in life you reach a certain age whereby your priorities change. Okay. So, as a parent, your priority becomes your children. Yes. Now, tell me, as you are deciding to walk out of this marriage or out of this relationship, how are you leaving your kids? That is, if you're leaving them with your spouse. And because you are moving with the kids, how are you going to cope with them now that you are going to be a single parent? Now, you could tell me, Pam, I have lots of money, so I can get house helps to take care of my kids. My dear, it's not the same. It's not the same feeling. Remember, these kids have been used to growing up with the both of you as parents, and now all that is going to change. Also, what will you tell these kids when they keep asking you of why you had a divorce? Remember, kids of these days, but they are very sharp. I mean, their reasoning capacity is, I don't know, up to what percentage. Now, of course, when they are still young, you always find a way of twisting around and telling them, you know what, you are still young, you can't understand these things. But when you get to a certain age, I would definitely explain to you everything to the detail. So, God helps these kids, and 3 years pass, 5 years, 10 years, and finally, boom, they are over, say, 17 years or 18 years, and they're like, yes. Now, tell us why you divorced with our mother, or tell us why you divorced with daddy. And then, of course, you'll be like, they cheated on me. I was very hurt. I didn't deserve that. I was very honest and very dedicated to the relationship, so I had to walk out. Now, your kids will look at you and they'll be like, what? So you abandoned us just because of your selfish interests? I mean, that is what they would tell you. Because to them, it means that you put your happiness first before theirs. Yet as a parent, your kids' happiness is supposed to be your priority. So, my dear, before you think of having that divorce, think twice. Now, as a parent, you have several ways of coming out of the effects of a divorce. Yes, you can even decide to relocate to another town. You can decide to change your circle of friends. You can decide to get into another relationship. Yes. So for you, it's easy, but for the kids, it's not easy. Actually, even when they get to that age of getting into marriage, because they will already have that biasness in them about marriage, it may be hard for them to actually even get into a marriage. So guys, be careful and always think twice before making such decisions. Point number 3, your happiness. Yes, your own happiness. Now, in case you are watching this video and you're 20, 23, 25, I don't have a problem with you. You can continue exploring and exploring and exploring and looking for your happiness. But in case you are watching this video and you're 35 and above, sweetheart, your chances of being happy or your chances of getting that person who will make you happy are getting slimmer and slimmer and slimmer every other day. Yes. What I'm trying to say is the happiest memories are the memories that you spent with a person that you started from scratch. Yes. And most times, that is the person that you've stayed with for years. So, in case you have been in this marriage for, say, 20, 30 years, that means you have lots of memories that you have built together. It could be the times that you were renting a single small house. It could be how you bought your first set of chairs. It could be how you couldn't even afford a TV set and you had to go watch from the neighbors. It could be the time that you had your firstborn when they were still very little and then you had to take them to nursery school. I mean, those are beautiful memories. And as you are growing older and older, you need someone that you can trust. You need someone that you can be sure of that even when you grow old, especially us ladies. I mean, every other day, by the way, we are growing older and older, meaning that our beauty is fading away every other day. Yes. So with time, these pointed boobs will be popped into chapati. With time, all these face will be wrinkled. So when that time comes, you will need somebody who has known you for years. Yes. You will need somebody who knew that you were once very pretty, and it's because of age that actually the beauty has faded. So if you decide to walk out of this marriage and get into another relationship, and probably in 5 years you are already losing your beauty, or in 10 years you're already losing your beauty, trust me, sweetheart, that person will not be there for you forever. So hey, just a simple piece of advice: stick to your marriage, stick to your relationship. Whatever happened happened. Find it in your heart to forgive those that person. I'm also assuming that your partner by now really apologized and you really feel that their apologies are genuine. So hey, give that guy or give that chick another chance to love you. Give them another chance to be in your life and continue enjoying your marriage, continue enjoying your children, continue being happy as a full family. Now, I hope today's video has really been a blessing. I hope that I have been able to save a marriage out there. Now, in case you've watched this video and probably this wasn't meant for you, I'm sure that there's someone out there that you know will need this kind of advice. So, hey, how about you share this video with them? And I will definitely be so grateful to you. Once again, guys, my name is Palm Oil, aka JCP. And in case you are new on this channel, you've not yet subscribed, how about you do just that? Subscribe and don't forget to tap on that bell notification so that each time that I post a video here, you will be among the very first person to be notified, just like that. Okay, don't forget to share my videos. Don't forget to leave a comment on the comment box, and I will definitely be very happy to read and to comment. I love you guys, and hope to see you again next week with another super duper interesting topic. Okay, bye bye. Good night.